Hello, I'm Hannah, and I'm here to watch Bekah's speech. Hello, I'm Ted, and I'm here to watch her speech too.
Imagine a world where your goals were limitless, that everything you set out to do, you accomplished. Well, this isn't a dream, this is the power of self-discipline. So hello, my name is Bekah, and today we're going to explore the topic of self-discipline, starting with its definition, going to why you should always practice self-discipline, and ways to apply self-discipline in your life. So self-discipline is very important in my own life. I was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder when I was in elementary school, and I was put on a 504 plan. I spent the rest of my elementary school life struggling for C's and D's. I watched my sisters absorb information and attain straight A's without much effort. As information retention and focus came easily to them, it did not come easily to me. Moving into adulthood, I've been able to use the same rules of self-discipline to establish routines, maintain a job, a diet, and even attend a college class to get my degree. So first, let's take a look at how self-discipline is defined so that we can understand what it is that we're getting into right now. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines self-discipline as the correction or regulation of oneself for the sake of improvement. Brent Gleason, writing in Forbes magazine in 2020, describes self-discipline as the bridge between goals defined and goals accomplished. He also states, with self-discipline and self-control, we actually accomplish more of the goals that we truly care about. So whether you know it or not, we actually use self-discipline on some level every single day. Have you ever tried to lose weight? Or maybe attain a college degree? So we might slip by with just a C, or maybe just lose that extra pound a week, but all goals require some level of self-discipline. Dr. Carey Johnson writes in his book, Willpower, we all have goals. If striving to better ourselves is part of the human condition, goals are how we get there. And he also goes on to write, with self-discipline, almost nothing stops us, but without self-discipline, nothing helps us. Some of the world's most wealthy and successful people attribute their success to self-discipline. So who comes to mind when you think of the word self-discipline? Is it people like Michael Jordan or Elon Musk or maybe Oprah Winfrey? Dr. Carey Johnson writes about success stories like Major League Baseball pitcher Nolan Ryan, who pitched 100-mile-per-hour fastballs and record-breaking no-hitting games for the Oakland A's. Ryan himself was quick to admit that without developing and honing his self-discipline, he would have gone from a who is who to a who is he. Dr. Johnson also goes on to write about Tiger Woods preparing for the British Open by practicing his golf swings with only a 9-iron from sunup to sundown. Tiger Woods went on to win the British Open, but without the self-discipline he attributes his success to, he might not have. So hearing those examples, you might say, well, not everyone is trying to get their face on the Forbes magazine, and I was not born with the self-discipline of a major athlete or the CEO of my own company. Well, fortunate for us, self-discipline is not a genetic trait. The road to a more disciplined self can come as easy as changing our thinking patterns, setting goals, and consistency. Carey Johnson writes in his book, Willpower, everyone can be taught the skills and techniques to bring self-discipline into their lives. Dr. Carey also writes that the majority of self-discipline is mental. By changing the thought, this class is difficult, to this is a stepping stone in getting my degree, or exercise is really painful, to I'm making my body healthier and stronger, we can improve our attitudes and thoughts by getting rid of negative self-talk. In a physical sense, we're rewiring our brain to help us concentrate on our goals. Self-discipline comes in by forcing these changes in our thoughts and minds throughout our day, which is easier said than done. So now you're thinking, well, I'm comfortable in my life and I've made it this far, okay? Why would I need to practice self-discipline? And the answer is because you have goals. Brian Tracy writes in his book, Goals, living without clear goals is like driving through a thick fog. Deciding upon your goals clears the fog immediately and allows you to focus and channel your energies and your abilities towards what you really want. These goals might be as simple as getting in and out of Target with exactly what you meant to go there with, or retiring and going to the Bahamas. We all have dreams and aspirations, but without a disciplined approach, these remain mere fantasies. In fact, most of our goals and aspirations are not short-term. Consistently practicing self-discipline is the key. It's hard to say no to a good pair of shoes when you're on a budget. Self-discipline may be the only thing standing between you and finally being able to afford your dream car. It might be the only thing between you and crossing the finish line for the half marathon you've been working towards. Or finally starting the project that you've been putting off. Our habits have the ability to define us. And for some, establishing a routine can be the difference between achieving those goals and falling short. In an age where the distraction is carried in our front pocket every day, our discipline shields us from those problems. After creating a routine, you find you have 30 minutes extra to study where you would have spent it scrolling through your phone. Waking up 5 minutes earlier allows you to stretch and breathe and prepare yourself mentally for the day. We can accomplish more with less time and watch it contribute significantly to our overall well-being, physically and mentally. In conclusion, our power lies within us. We must strive to practice self-discipline in our own lives, enabling us to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. In our time together, we've defined self-discipline, emphasized the necessity for practical application in our lives, and explored ways to implement its practice. Cultivating one's self-discipline exposes us to our true potential. When we strive to practice this critical component, it will open the door for a life of accomplishment as well as fulfillment. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
That's so good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.